All right, today we're diving into something that honestly sounds like a magic trick, but it's totally reshaping our digital world. We're talking about zero-knowledge proofs, the art of proving you know a secret without actually revealing it. Sounds impossible, right? Let's get into it.
Seriously, just think about that for a second. How on earth can you prove you know a secret without ever revealing the secret itself? It feels like a paradox. Like, how do you prove you have the key to a treasure chest without ever showing anyone the key? Well, that exact puzzle is what zero-knowledge proofs, or ZKPs for short, are built to solve.
So, okay, how does this magic trick even work? Well, the best way to wrap your head around it is with this really clever story about a cave. It's a simple little analogy, but it gets right to the core idea of what's going on.
So here's how the story goes. You've got Peggy, who's the prover, and she goes into this cave. Then you have Victor, the verifier, waiting outside. He can't see which path she takes, A or B. Then he just randomly shouts out which path he wants her to come out of. Let's say he yells, "Come out of path B." Now, if Peggy's already in path B, no problem. But what if she went down path A? Well, to get to path B, she has to know the secret to open that magic door. The first time, she might get lucky, right? A 50-50 shot. But if they do this over and over and over again, say 20 times, the chance of her just guessing correctly every single time becomes basically zero. So Victor becomes totally convinced she knows the secret. And here's the kicker. He never sees the door, he never learns the password, he learns nothing about the secret itself.
And that is a zero-knowledge proof in a nutshell. I mean, it's all right there in the name. Peggy, our prover, proves to Victor, the verifier, that she knows something. But in the process, she reveals zero knowledge about the secret itself. It's a method where you can prove you know something without giving away any of the juicy details. Pretty brilliant.
Okay, so the Alibaba cave story is a great way to get the basic idea, but, we're not actually using caves and secret doors in the digital world. So how does this translate to computers and code? It all comes down to how the prover and the verifier talk to each other.
So that conversation can happen in basically two different ways. The first is called interactive, and it's pretty much exactly what we saw in the cave story, this back-and-forth challenge and response between Peggy and Victor. But the real game changer, the thing that makes this tech so powerful for real-world applications, is the non-interactive version. This is like if Peggy could just write down a single proof, put it in a sealed envelope, and hand it to Victor. He could open it on his own time, check it, and be 100% convinced with no more questions needed. That single, self-contained proof is incredibly efficient.
And when we talk about those powerful non-interactive proofs, there are two big names you're going to hear all the time: ZK Snarks and ZK Starks. Now, snarks are amazing because their proofs are super small. That's what the S for succinct means. Starks, on the other hand, are built for massive scale. But the really critical difference, and you've got to pay attention to this part, is the setup. To create a ZK Snark system, you need what's called a trusted setup. You can think of it like this initial ceremony where the secret cryptographic keys are made. The problem is, you have to trust that the people who perform that ceremony destroyed the toxic waste, the master key, afterward. Because if they didn't, they could theoretically fake proofs. ZK Starks are different. They're transparent, meaning they don't need that trusted ceremony at all. They use public randomness, which removes that whole element of trust. And as you can see, huge projects in the crypto space are building on both of these technologies.
All right, so enough of the high-level theory. This stuff is cool, but where is it actually being used? Out there in the wild. Let's take a look at where ZKPs are already starting to make a real difference. And the use cases are popping up everywhere. We're talking about blockchain, identity verification, digital voting, secure data sharing. The list goes on. But you see the common thread running through all of these? It's always about verification without revelation. You're proving something is true without exposing the underlying sensitive data. You can verify a transaction happened without revealing who sent what to whom. You can prove your vote was counted without revealing who you voted for. This is a totally fundamental shift in how we can build trust in a digital world.
Okay, here's the perfect real-world example we can all relate to. Imagine you're trying to get into a bar. Right now, what do? You hand over your driver's license, and that ID has everything on it: your name, your home address, your exact birthday, your height, weight, way more information than the bouncer needs. Now imagine a world with ZKPs. Your phone could just generate a simple cryptographic proof that says, yep, this person is over 21. The bouncer's device gets a green check mark. That's it. They learn the only thing they need to know and nothing else. Your privacy is completely protected.
And this isn't just theory, it's happening right now in the world of crypto. Projects like Zcash were some of the true pioneers here. They use ZK Snarks to let you do something pretty amazing. You can send a transaction, and the network can verify that you actually have the funds to send, all without revealing your address, the other person's address, or the amount you sent. Think about that. It's like a public blockchain where all the critical details remain private. It's a massive step forward for financial privacy.
So, hearing all this, you might be thinking ZKPs are some kind of silver bullet that's going to solve all our privacy problems. And look, the potential is absolutely enormous. But we also have to be realistic about where the technology is today. It's important to look at both sides of the coin, the incredible promise and the very real challenges that we still need to figure out.
Let's start with the good stuff, because the advantages here are truly game-changing. Obviously, privacy and security are the huge headline features, but it's more than that. It's about building fundamentally better systems. Efficiency and scalability, for example, are a big deal for blockchains. It lets them process way more transactions. And that idea of transparency, especially with things like ZK Starks, means we can build systems that don't rely on a trusted third party. That alone is a pretty revolutionary concept.
Okay, but it's not all smooth sailing. This technology is definitely not a simple plug-and-play solution yet. The challenges are pretty significant. For one, this stuff is hard. The math and cryptography involved are incredibly complex, so there's a huge knowledge barrier. Two, generating these proofs can take a lot of computing power, which means it can be slow and expensive. And then you have those other issues, like the trusted setup we talked about, and just getting different ZKP systems to work with each other. The bottom line is, the core idea works. It's proven. But the next big mountain to climb is making it fast, cheap, and easy enough for everyone to build with.
And that quote really sums up where we are right now. We are just at the very, very beginning. Their potential applications and impact are only now starting to be explored. This isn't some old, mature technology, it's a brand new frontier, and people are discovering what's possible literally every day. The groundwork is there, but the most mind-blowing uses for this tech, they probably haven't even been invented yet.
So, I'll leave you with this to think about. As this technology gets faster, cheaper, and more accessible, what new possibilities for a more private and secure digital world will it unlock? Imagine a future where data breaches aren't so catastrophic. A future where you truly own and control your digital identity. A future where we can prove things and trust each other online without having to give up all of our privacy to do it. It's a pretty incredible future to think about.